everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. Today I'm doing another project with the Storybook Friends, which is the Easter spring set this year. The dies, which are the ones that are out right now, are due to come back in on March 3rd, along with the Timeless Plaid Designer Series paper, the 6x6, which I haven't been able to get. Every time I have it, it goes out of stock. And then I'm using the Perennial Postage dies, but also the Storybook DSP is coming back in on March 10th. So Easter is until I think April 20th, around that time. So you'll have plenty of time once this gets back in. All right, so my box measures 2 by 3 1/4 by 3/4, and it's a window box, obviously. And inside I have the little pack of jelly beans, which is the same jelly beans that I used for a different project when I put the whole box in. I didn't realize they were in this separate little baggie. So you get 4 of these boxes for $1.25 plus tax wherever you are from Dollar Tree. All right, so you can get 4 of these little packages. So I thought that was just the best, so I decided to do another project with jelly beans, but of course you can put whatever it is you want. All right, so I'm using the little chipmunk for this one and the Perennial Postage dies, as I said before. All right, so what we need for this project, now you can get 2 of these out of each sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, 4 out of a 12 by 12, and you can also make the whole thing out of DSP if you wanted to, and you can get them out of your 6 by 6 sheets. All right, so what we need is a piece of Boho blue cardstock that is 6 by 5.5. We need some Very Vanilla for stamping, a piece of Very Vanilla that is 1/2 by 1 3/4 for the sentiment. We're going to use a window sheet that is 1 7/8 by 3. And I just save, I've said this before, I just save all the pieces from my stamp sets that I peeled them off and put them on the lid. Let me show you. They come in here loose, and then when I take them off and put them on here, I keep that sheet and I wipe it off with alcohol to try to get rid of any of the marks, and then I don't have to buy window sheets, so I love it. So the window sheet, I think I said it is 1 7/8 by 3. And then from the Storybook Moments DSP, again, it's coming back on March 10th. We need 2 pieces that are 1 3/4 by 3, 2 that are 1/2 by 3, and 2 that are 1 3/4 by 1/2. All right, so all of this will be on my blog. Let me get my Simply Scored. And I did want to, I read a lot of your comments. I will get to them, I promise. I am still going to be doing Stampin' Up! As long as I can keep my quarterly $300 minimums up. And I still want to do videos. I'm just cutting it right now down to 2 a week instead of 3 a week. So we'll see how it goes in the future, but I don't want to leave. All right. So we're going to start on the 6-inch side, score at 3/4, 2 3/4, 3.5, and 5.5. Turn it to the 5.5-inch side and score at 3/4, 4, and 4 3/4. Now just fold and burnish your score lines. Now, how we have this is there are 2 3/4-inch strips at the top, 1 at the bottom, and 1 over here, and your 1/2-inch rectangle is over here. And this is what we're going to be doing. Most of you asked that I still do the cutting directions, so I will. All right. I'll start down over here, go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge both sides of that square. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the first score line, and then wedge that square. Go over to the last score line, cut it to the first score line, and then wedge up a little bit into that 1/2 inch rectangle. All right, now turn it around. Your 1/2 inch rectangle is over here. We're going to count to the second score line and cut it to the second score line. And now take these 4 pieces off. And then wedge up into that 1/2 inch rectangle. All right, go to the next score line and cut it to the second score line. Take off the bottom square and wedge the one that's left. Okay, go to that last score line, cut it to the second score line, take off the bottom square and wedge the one that's left. All right, now I'm just going to round the corners of this top flap. And that's what your cardstock should look like when you're done cutting. All right, now before we put this box together, I'm going to attach my piece of DSP to the part that has the flap on top. And I'm going to try not to use too much glue. Whoops, that's a lot. So that it will not squeeze out. So I'll just wait a little while till it dries. So when you put it in your die cutter, it really squeezes the glue out unless it's dried up. But you can use Stampin' Seal too. All right, now this die is approximately 1 1/4 by 2 inches. All right, and I'm just going to put this in the middle. Just do it by eye. And then I'm going to put some of this low-tack tape, which is called Crafter's Essentials Easy C Removable Craft Tape. You can get this online somewhere. I haven't bought it in a while. All right, and once this is mostly dry, then I feel I'm going to run this through my machine. Yeah, but I didn't quite wait long enough, and you see how it leaked out there? That's all right. I'm going to try to use a little wipey to kind of, most of it will be covered. Hopefully it will dry kind of clear. All right, and then I'm just going to gently, so I don't rip my paper, take that off. And there is our hole for our window. All right, now flip it over, and we're going to put our window sheet in. And the window sheet again is 1 7/8 by 3. One of my wonderful followers on Facebook told me to, instead of using the glue and getting everything messy, she uses a different brand of tape, but I'm going to use our tear-in tape and get it as close to the edge as you can. Make sure you don't overlap them unless you want to peel every side before you finish. And then this will hold it, and then you don't have to worry about the glue smearing everywhere. So this was a fabulous tip. Thank you very much. All right, now I'm just going to peel them all. And I'm just going to fit it. And your window sheet has to be wide enough so that the tape won't show in the window. All right, and now we're going to close up our box. I'm going to put tear-in tape on what's left of the 1/2 inch rectangle. All right, and then I'm going to flip it over and fold the sides to meet. So this is our back where our seam is, so make sure you put that back flap down first. Now we're going to put the rest of our DSP on. This piece is going to go on the back, long sides and short sides. Now I'm just going to let that dry and we'll do our stamping. So we need our pieces of Very Vanilla. Okay, and we're using the chipmunk that holds the little flower and the Happy Spring stamps and some Tuxedo Black ink. So first I'm going to do my little chipmunk. I guess it could be a squirrel, but I think it's a chipmunk. All right, and then I'm going to put Happy Spring onto our piece of Very Vanilla that is 1/2 by 1 3/4. And then I'm going to cut out our chipmunk and I'll be right back. Now I'm using 5 markers, light and dark pecan pie, light granny apple green, light boho blue, and light real red. And first with the real red, I'm just going to do that little flower so I don't forget. And then with light granny apple green, I'm going to do those 2 little leaves that are in there. Light boho blue, I'm going to do his little necktie or kerchief, whatever it is. So cute. All right. Now with dark pecan pie, I'm just going to do some of the accents. A little bit in the tail, a little bit on the ears and the face, and then around the edges. And then I'm going to not color his face. I'm only going to be doing this stripe and the ears. And then I'm going to color in everything but his belly there with the light. All right, now we need our box, and let me put my jelly beans in. I love this. So cute, if I do say so myself. And now I'm going to get some dimensionals and put them on the back of our Happy Spring. And I'm just going to put this, it's going to hang over just a little bit over the DSP, but I'm going to cover the bottom of the window box part, the window part. All right, and then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our chipmunk. And I'm going to put him right there. He hangs off the box a little bit. All right. All right, now I'm going to tie a bow with some Very Vanilla and Black large checked ribbon, and I'm just going to put it right underneath the lid of the box and close it. And I'm going to tie a bow on top here. And for the final touch, I'm going to be using some of the matte dots and the blue. And I'll put a large one up here with a small one next to it, and then another small one right here on the bottom of the sentiment. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. All the info is on my blog, which is linked below. The link to my shop is below, and the link to my Facebook group. Please subscribe and hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. All right, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.